I'm just frustrated after getting this card. It took a shit ton of stones. Ugh. Was it worth it? Yeah, it kind of was. What's going on, guys? Talon back here today, and today I want to do a little bit of a different type of video. I've gone through pretty much all the events that I can help you guys on. The only ones left that I haven't done yet are Cell and Boo. Boo's not around. He was for a few days, but now he's not. But Cell is just kind of a pushover now. I mean, they don't have a super event for him yet like they did with Brawly, so... You know, even if you are on Global and now that you guys finally have Gogeta, you can just, even if you bring him as a friend, bring along a few intels to block him and everything, you don't need much more to beat him. Yeah, he might take a few hits here and there, but other than that, just bring the usual Senzu beans and everything. He's kind of a pushover, so... but yes, if you cannot tell by looking at the screen right there, I finally pulled Super Saiyan Vegito. Oh my gosh, how many stones did this guy take? Ugh, too many. Let's just say I'm off summoning for quite some time. We'll leave it at that, so let your imaginations go. But today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Endless Fear Legendary Super Saiyan Brawly card, which is the physical version that we got, and this SSJ Vegito agility type. And what does it mean for the future of Dokkan? Because it is starting to replace some of the cards, which, you know, when you up the difficulty, you've got to increase cards, you know, make them better and everything. Or if you make better cards, you got to make things harder and everything. But what does that do for the cards that are left behind? Now, they have been, you know, giving special Dokkan events to very early cards. I mean, if you look at, like, Trunks and everything, or Gohan, the original Super Saiyan ones that were released back when the game first came out, those guys have been getting Dokkans, and, you know, they're pretty good. I love using my Trunks, especially in the World Tournament. He's very good. He links very well with a lot of people, so he's a pretty strong card. But what about the guys who already have Dokkan? You know, to a true ultra rare, as they're called. Now, you could say, oh, well, they're just going to get a legendary upgrade, but let's take a look at the cards that I'm talking about real quick. You know, there are tons of cards that this topic could easily cover, but I just want to cover these specific cards and then kind of get your guys' thoughts on what you think and everything. So first, as you can probably guess, though, if I go into my cards, I have both of the Goku and the Vegeta, okay? Now, Goku here, before Gogeta came out, was like the agility master card, essentially, okay? He gives +3 ki to everybody, and he gives everyone a plus 3,000 attack, okay? So pretty good. If you have an all agility team, boom, your, you know, strength guy that you're fighting, he's going down like no tomorrow, right? And plus the Goku here is pretty good too. If we look at his passive skill, it says for the first 7 turns, his attack does 100% damage, essentially, okay? Which is pretty good. So if you can, as long as you're not, you know, extending the battle plus turn 7, give or take, then yeah, he's a great card. He's truly amazing. But let's look at what he's up against now. This Goku here is already a true UR. Now let's take a look at the competition. Goku, yeah, meet Vegito, your fusion buddy here, okay? He does +3 ki just like Goku does, but he gives 70%, count that, 70% to HP, attack, and defense. That is huge. That's a huge bonus right there. Not to mention his base stats. I only have him at level 89 right now, and he still, you know, increases. He's considered on DBZ Space right now. He's considered the best stat card, just base stats, aside from the legendary Goku, which, you know, makes sense. He's the legendary Goku. But I mean, this guy's ridiculous. Not to mention the new abilities they are now adding into these cards, okay? With SSJ Vegito here, and yes, I know I messed up in my guide on how to beat this event. Vegito here essentially reduces damage by 80%, and he will counter a normal attack. So if someone attacks your Vegito, and he just, you know, they just punch him or blast him simply, he will do what's called a counter attack, okay? He does not do the full, you know, damage that a normal super would, essentially. So for example, I was doing a super with him, and I could do like 150,000 or so because I have him at level 9 right now. And then his counter would do about 40 or 50, give or take, depending on who you're fighting. I'm sure it goes up, it goes down, you know, it all depends. So that right there is just it's a new mechanic that I added in the game, which is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, but I hope they added some more characters and not just these key leader guys. Otherwise, like always, we're gonna be throwing stones at these, and a bunch of us are gonna get mad and everything. So, but let's look at Brawly here, because he doesn't have a counter attack, but he does have something similar. So if I can find Brawly, in fact, you know, I'm just gonna go with cost now. I simply did that so I could show you guys. So here's the Brawly though, okay? Now, he's basically replacing full powered Frieza essentially. Now, full power Frieza by no means is a bad card. He's a very good card. He's very, very good. And I know actually what both Frieza and Goku have that these two don't have is Over in a Flash, which is a great, it's key +3 essentially, okay? So these new cards do not have that, which is a bonus. So if you want to use that and you try to get as much key in there as possible to land your supers as best you can, then great. But Brawly here is a beast of a card, okay? So his leader skill is, you know, kind of the same. Key for physical is +3, and then HP, attack, and defense increased by 70%. Okay, so that second part of the leader ability is easily better than the full-powered Frieza. And now we look at his passive skill. Now, Frieza does have that, like, I believe it's 120% for his super attack, which is really good. He's really good, especially if you throw him against Janemba. Bye-bye, Janemba. But Brawly's here is when his key meter is 8 or more, and his attack not only goes up 7,000, but he launches an additional super attack, okay? So you can either do it where you just do a normal attack and then you launch a super attack, or you can do 2 super attacks simultaneously. So there's a video out that the Dokkan producers sent out, and I've done it a bit here too, where you can just, you know, get like 130,000 damage or something like that, and you know, for one super, and it's like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna launch another one doing the same damage. So depending on who you're fighting, they are done for. It's just, it doesn't exist anymore. So, you know, it really, you know, you don't even have to put these guys as leaders. They are great cards by themselves. It's ridiculous. I mean, Vegeta, my Super Saiyan Vegeta, he is not going to be my, you know, overall leader. Gogeta still will be, because he is +3 key to everybody. But you can only imagine by the time year 2 comes around near the end here, we're going to get that, you know, +3 key to everybody, HP, attack, and defense +70%. Which, now there have been some pictures leaked about some difficulties that will go above the super difficulty right now, because we've had normal, hard, Z hard, super difficulty. There's supposed to be 2 more coming out. So, you know, it matches up, you know, harder difficulties, better cards, makes sense, okay? But what does this really mean for the other cards coming out? You know, they can't keep giving Dokkan events to every single card. I mean, I guess they could, but that's a lot of work, and I doubt they're gonna do it. You know, and you really have to start to wonder, when are they gonna stop with the, you know, the little rare cards and everything? I mean, you look at getting, you know, like when I was doing my summons today for getting the Super Vegito finally, I was getting really frustrated. I was getting all these rare cards from, like, you know, someone from Frieza's army and everything, and I'm like, who in their right mind actually uses this? I don't care if you pay sometimes, if you are 100% free to play, if you're always paying, whatever it might be, nobody uses these rare cards. They are literally there to either throw and make money, or to, you know, get Baba points, which rares don't get you much Baba points. I think they get you about 100 or so. I know SRs get you 500 if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. So with the direction they are taking the game, I like it, but I think this means they really need to either just completely cut rares out in general, or they have to really rethink how the summon rates are done. And I know I covered this in another video, and I'm not trying to go on a rant here and say, oh, they need to change all these things in Dokkan and everything and all that stuff. So I'm not trying to do that by any means. I just simply wanted to cover these cards, because it does add, it's adding a new dynamic with all these new abilities that they're going to add in, because we still have now tech, we still have strength, and we still have intel left for the 3 key leaders. So, you know, with Brawly they added an additional attack, and with Vegito they added a counter. So it really makes you wonder, and kind of cool in my opinion, what else could they add? You know, maybe something like if your guy gets attacked, then he buffs everybody up, where, you know, they reduce 80% damage or something like that. Or, you know, when you know, if this guy gets hit, he can do a team super or something. Like, you know, the possibilities are endless. You know, who's to say what they would do? But that's just kind of cool in my opinion. But like I also stated before, this means they really need to look at either summon rates, or they need to just start cutting these little cards out that we don't use anymore. I mean, you look at something like, you know, the free-to-play, I believe it's like Great Saiyaman and everything. You know, you just need to get an SR from a summon, which is not that hard, honestly, if you just save your stones up. And, you know, those have been used in free-to-play guides, which are great, but those are not going to help with these events. I can guarantee you right now, with the current way the game is right now, trying to do a free-to-play guide with the Vegito events and the Brawly events, it ain't happening. I mean, you look here at this Vegito event, just like I mentioned before, and I mean, the key skill you need are so far only obtained. Sorry about this. I am trying to talk and do many things at the same time. But the key ability to hit this guy hard is like fierce. I believe it's translated as fierce attack. Some people translate it as fierce something else. But nonetheless, you need true URs for that. And the only true URs that are free to play are, I'm sorry, 0. Not even legendary not even the legendary Goku card has it. And he's a legendary. He's above a true UR. So it really just makes me wonder, how are they going to do this? I mean, because not everyone has the money to spend on stones, you know, and, you know, even in Japan, the rates can really go against you sometimes, especially with the dupes. Now, I know they are trying to do something with the dupe card, you know, when getting dupe SSRs and everything. I'm not sure what they're doing yet, but they are supposed to be addressing that soon in the future. So I'm not really sure, but hopefully this does allow, you know, maybe a lot of other people to get more SSRs, especially ones where events require certain characters. So it's very hard to say right now, but I would like to know what you guys think about this, because, you know, like I said, you know, here, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go into the cell battle right now. I will skip ahead. If this is taking too long, if I deem it, I will cut it out just a little bit. But I'm gonna go in here with a Goku, you know, or 2 Gogetas right now, and you know, I threw together a random intel team that I used in the past. That took quite a while to beat them now, but now it's just like, oh man, I don't even need items or anything. You know, the Goku or the Gohan here that I am taking, he is technically free to play. You get him from the gems and everything, so he's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, let's just quickly go into this. I mean, Cell was one of the most feared events when the game first, you know, launched and everything. And yes, there are free-to-play guys, but it still takes a while to take him down, especially, you know, if you needed to use that ability where you can nerf his healing ability. But that, you don't even need that anymore. None of my guys even do that ability now. And, you know, I'm just going to go straight into this and let's see what happens. So, you know, it baffles me sometimes. So, you know, we'll just have to see what's going on here. So let's just get straight into the cell. I mean, and this is an event where we don't have multiple stages. You know, this is back where you fought him once. That was it. That's all you had to do. So look, I mean, look at right here, okay? So far, no need to, he's not even going to attack yet. He's just like, yeah, you know, I'll give you a couple turns. Now, he can eat a bit of damage, but just watch this. This is nasty. I mean, Gohan here is only attacking for 4,700. And I do have a couple other intel cards that could probably do a little bit more damage, but just watch this. I mean, if you have a Gogeta friend, you don't even have Gogeta yourself, it doesn't matter. Boom, you can still wipe this guy pretty fast. And just like that, I'm already down to the second life bar. So, now I know probably, you know, they will add in some kind of new cell difficulty super, you know, in the future, like they've done with Brawly and stuff. Or they'll give the tech, you know, because right now you have tech cell leader. They'll probably have a tech, you know, someone else. But they could also add in another, you know, just for the heck of it, another cell event where he's not a key leader, but he's a very beast of a card. So, you know, which would be very cool. So, you know, let's use God Goku here. We use Gogeta. And unfortunately, I don't have enough key to give. This guy's a nuker, this is Vegeta here. So, unfortunately, he won't be able to do much, but we'll just get him down. Goku will hit him for pretty hard. So, yeah, I mean, geez, this cell is like nothing. I mean, I remember when I originally did this, it was nothing. So, but before finishing up the video, guys, I'm really going to finish it right as this battle ends. But, so let me know what you guys think. You know, I obviously love the new leader guys that they're putting in, but what does this mean for the older ones? You know, are they going to give them a legendary, you know, Dokkan event or something like that? And if they do that, you know, are they going to force us to use the strike cards like they have with the legendary Goku? I personally don't think they should do that. I've never liked that in my opinion. So let's just do this to end it probably. Hopefully he doesn't super my Vegito there. So if he does, well then that's all my fault on you know stuck up little guy. But let's see what happens. So, and yes, my Vegito super attack is level 9, which is great. I love it. Okay, so you see normal attack 63,000 or 6,300. That's like nothing. And Gogeta will come in here and wipe him out. Didn't even have to use an item or anything. Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the medals. Probably sell them or something like that. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think, though. You know, do you think they're going to throw in a new strike event for the guys who are the now the key leaders, but are now getting replaced? You know, are they just going to simply leave them as they are? You know, who knows? I mean, yes, they could just throw in a bunch of legendary cards eventually, but if you have to use the super strike cards only, that's going to be a major pain in the butt. I don't know about you guys. So anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Comments, likes, dislikes, whatever you want to do. But just let me know. Let's get some conversations going. I'd really like to know what you guys think. And yeah, other than that, guys, leave a like always, and leave comments if you have any questions. And I'll see you guys in the next one.